How many want to know how you want to know your purpose? Okay? All right? You want me to tell you about how you find your purpose? Your purpose is connected to your abilities. And your abilities is connected to your destiny. How do you find your purpose? Number one, it honors God. Your purpose is going to honor God. Number two, your purpose is going to help others. And number three, your purpose, it motivates your passion. It thrills you. George Washington Carver, he loved to preach the peanut. I mean, you give him an audience, he's going to tell you about the peanut. Peanuts excited his passion. All right? So abilities are going to lead you into your purpose, and your purpose is going to allow you to walk in your destiny. Your purpose is connected to your abilities. I'm saying it again. Okay? So it's going to honor God, it's going to help others, and it's going to motivate you, it's going to thrill you. What does that mean? It means that He made you special. You may have an eye for organization. You may have an ear for music. You may have a heart that beats for justice, fairness. That's what motivated Moses. Moses goes out in the field. He sees his brother being mistreated. He says, I can't allow this. He's a champion of the underdog. Moses steps in. Have a heart, a mind that understands physics, that understands the law, principles. That was what the Apostle Paul could understand the law of God. And he brings it to us in Romans and in the books of the New Testament in a way that we can grasp it and understand it. He was a deep thinker. I'm not a deep thinker. I'm pretty shallow. You say, well, you're dishonoring yourself. No, I just know myself. When I was in Bible school, Sister Barbara, she's only wrong about 1 out of 100 times. But she told me, I had a friend and he was a real theologian. And I would just say, I don't think like he thinks. And Barbara would say, oh, you're putting yourself down. No, I'm just being realistic. I don't think that deeply about some things, you know. But there are people that do. Thank God there's David Bernards. Thank God there's brother that wrote the book, Our God is One, Brother Talmage French. Thank God that there's people like that. It's not me. I don't go around, I'm not as smart as David Bernard. Well, guess what? David Bernard's not as charming as I am. Maybe God made you. You've got the tender finger of a caregiver. I don't want everybody being my nurse. Huh? Roll over. Gentle, please. I'm sick. Huh? Not everybody's cut out for that assignment. Right? I mean, some people's got rough hands, you know. I don't want you rubbing lotion on me if you got... Okay. There's times when you need the strong legs of a runner. That may be your giftedness. That may be your uniqueness. God packaged you. Amen. God did. Not circumstances, not happenstance. It wasn't just, wild, what's the term in evolution? It's just randomness. Thank you. It's not just wild randomness. God packaged you. He put you together. So what did He put into you? That's the question you got to ask me. Everybody has something that God put into you that is usable for His kingdom. Everybody. Maybe you can look at a piece of meat and you just instinctively know how to cut it up. You've got the sense of a butcher. Huh? Do you know that almost everything, there are some people that are talented at that one thing? That it just comes natural to them. There's some things that it just comes natural. It was natural to me to ride a horse. I can't explain why, but it's as natural as walking. I'm as comfortable on a horse as I am walking on the ground. But I had a friend, Jeff Holt, that when you put him close to a horse, he's like, is he going to bite me? It looks angry. Why is it looking at me like that? But you could put Jeff Holt on a motorcycle, he'd ride it up them steps. You put me on a motorcycle, freak me out. I don't ride a motorcycle well. That's it. God puts things in you. And you got to find out, what is it that I like? What is it that gives me a thrill? And if it comes together, you can come together in your sweet spot. Okay. You could have the world vision of an ambassador, the skills of a salesperson. Not everybody's cut out to be a salesperson. But some, it's as natural as breathing. Society says you can become anything you want to be as long as you work hard at it. All right? Genius, tell me this. Can an acorn become a rose? Can a whale fly like a bird? Can lead be turned into gold? No, I don't care how hard you work at it. You cannot become anything you want to be, but you can become everything God wants you to be. Singapore Idol proves my point. There's some people, I'm going to get me a voice coach, I'm going to take lessons, and I'm going to sing. Now, you heard the results. Sounds like a dog barking. No matter how bad you want to be the Singapore Idol or the American Idol, some people can't do it. But you can find out what God put in you. You can find out what your sweet spot is, and you can use it to the glory of God. You can do what you do best most of the time and receive a great satisfaction and make a difference. God does uncommon work through common deeds. That's why He wants us to know what purpose He has for us. We must not live carelessly, unthinking, but we must make sure we understand what the Master wants. Don't discount the smallness of your deeds in the hands of God. Small seeds grow into sheltering trees. Moses had a staff. David had a sling. Samson had a jawbone. Rahab had a scarlet cord. Mary had some ointment. Aaron had a rod. Dorcas had a needle. All were used by God. What do you have? I promise you, you have something. Do all you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you can. Here's the last question. Does your calendar reflect your passions? If not, you'll end up operating out of your weakness instead of your strength. You'll end up doing the most what you do the worst. If your calendar, if how you spend your time does not reflect your passion, because whatever you're passionate about is what you're going to do the best.